Well, are we back?
Well, I have you in my monitor, but
I have me back live here, so I don't know. Are we back? Are you Maura Stevens, are you seeing us? Okay, well, we're back. I don't know. We had an internet, I guess, first time that's happened in a long time. And I have managed to reconnect us. I can see you live on Facebook, so we're back. And with a little bit of help here, a little help from your friends. Let's see if we can get, I got camera 2 working. We got camera 3 working, Julia.
oh, yay.
And now we'll see if we can get camera 1 working. This is never easy. But we're back, and I've got slides. We ended at, I told you I shouldn't have played that entire video. Okay, now we got camera 1 working. Howdy doody, positive vibes. Yeah, we're back. Thank you, everybody. I don't know what we had. I guess we just had internet meltdown and got knocked off the air. And there now, camera 1 is looking so-so. Not too bad. And camera 2, camera 3, and we've got our slides working here again. So we're back with you. Thank you, everybody. Julia's scarf looks completely different, but I'm willing to watch anyway. I don't think it does. We don't need those credits, but we are back. So where were we? Sorry for that interruption. We just must have had an internet. You had not enough wine, Mark Curtis is saying.
Undoubtedly, that's true. And no tequila. Howdy
doody. So this is, now, unlike that last video, this is from the star Eastern Hemispheres that are going on in Italy right now. Have a look at this cool video just out. We haven't given the Star Class any love lately, and just a beautiful short video on their Eastern Hemispheres that are going on at the club in Savoia, in Italia, Naples there. And then there's also this big Olympic event going on in the air, and I thought we should dip into that for a minute, courtesy of the Australian sailing team. Have a look at this nice video.
Day 4 here in Hieres. Just came in off the water from racing. We had 2 races. We struggled off the line in the first one, unfortunately, and had to try to chip away from there. But the second one we did a lot better and managed to sneak into the top 10.
Points are pretty tight, which is exciting for us, so we'll be working super hard on the water and off the water to try and sneak into that medal race.
First race, not so great, but second, definitely a lot better. Basically just had to, have a clear strategy and execute the start, get to the front.
Yeah, I had a really tough day. I was on the right in a persistent lefty, and then the last one I broke my tiller extension off the line and really struggled to be able to actually hike. Yeah, it was a tough day, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow for a bit of redemption.
I had a good day today. I had like something close to 10 and then a 7. So for the first day of final series, I'm pretty happy with that. But all to play for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you get caught up in the qualifying. You're a fair bit quicker than everyone else. Obviously, when you go into the golf league, it's 3 times harder. So you probably got caught out a little bit by that. Also, the courses were super short today, so didn't have much time to use your boat speed, which made things tricky. But yeah, it's the same for everyone. So you got to get on top of it. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow we can do that and have a couple of good results.
So that's Bo Outeridge, who's traveling, I guess, still with the Australian sailing team. Nice stuff. Beautiful video work that he's doing. That's Nathan's brother, Bo. This has to be the photo of the day. This group called Sailing Energy. It's a couple Spanish guys. I think they're both Spanish. Jesus Renedo and Pedro Martinez are there. And it's, I hope we're still there. Somebody say we lost you again. Everything looks good here. But I hope we didn't lose again. Sailing Energy. Nice shot by Jesus and Pedro there in Hyères in France, which brings us to, did we lose? I can still see you. Maura can see you. Blake, I'm sorry. I wonder if the internet is acting weird. Oh, Jeff Ogle still has us. Okay. Well, I don't know what the problem is. All good in South Africa, Ted Ryman is saying, and in Austin, Texas. So it's that Tim Berners-Lee. Must be his fault. Just for the America's Cup, I hesitate to run too much about the Cup when I still think the thing is, it's the Russians, when I think this whole thing is a bit in flux. But this is an editorial that showed up in the Professional Skipper magazine. And it showed up, well, today, actually, Friday down there. It's Saturday down there now. And the headline is, How Can We Respect Deserters? I'm just going to excerpt a couple sections, the start and the end of it. As a young man, I served my country both abroad and at home in the Royal New Zealand Navy. This was not unusual for many young men and women who followed, be it in the New Zealand Defence Forces or the many sporting codes who represented New Zealand on the international sporting arena we have been famous for. Like then and now, Kiwis of all ages do it because of the sense of national pride in being part of our heritage. You could say it's part of our DNA. So what has gone wrong? When money becomes the overall driver in any sporting pursuit, problems soon arise. This has clearly happened with the current America's Cup debacle. Have we as Kiwis become so focused on new technology and wing development to make boats fly that we have now outsmarted ourselves? Have we let our designers, in pursuit of personal kudos, design boats at the cutting edge of taking flight that are so expensive for most potential challenging syndicates that all they can do is reminisce on what a yacht race used to be? In the past 2 decades, we have seen the number of challengers diminish from a dozen or so, or more in case of 87, to a struggling 3. And may I say struggling with respect. All 3 syndicates in the last America's Cup in Auckland 2021 struggled with the new advances in technology. The gentleman concludes, this is the editor, Keith Ingram of Professional Skipper magazine. He says, nowhere does it suggest or even give tacit, that's the deed of gift, tacit support to the notion that the defender can prostitute themselves for greater riches by selling the rights offshore. This is tantamount to betrayal and abandonment of the nation that has made you what you are today. Even Dirty Dennis, which is their famous nickname for Dennis Conner, would not sink this low. I can sense Sir Peter Blake turning in his grave. This is not a good look for New Zealand. Then there is the impact of false promises. This is significant. False promises to the marine industry that has supported the team through thick and thin. And don't forget the huge inconvenience to the fishing and local charter boat fleet and all the waterfront hospitality venues around the Viaduct Harbor. The impact was huge and full of broken promises.
Ouch.
I well recall the many promises offered in the Environment Court in the lead up to get the consents for the massive changes to the waterfront, including promises to the wider maritime community such as boat builders and suppliers. Grant, meaning Grant Dalton, along with your defection goes the promised 120 plus visiting super yachts and the prospect of major refits and repairs while they were in our waters. Sadly, the America's Cup now left many feeling hollow, has now left many feeling hollow with broken promises.
Ouch.
Ouch is right. This is a guy called Keith Ingram. I don't know the gentleman. This was sent to me from New Zealand, from Auckland, Professional Skipper magazine in the May-June issue. And maybe this is a caption contest. I've run this photo before, but I took this off their website today, and of course they are the defender. But to call them the home of the America's Cup, I don't know. There's something ironic about that, and sadly ironic at that. Okay, Julia?
Yes.
Sadly ironic. I don't know what else to say.
I hate to comment.
Okay, don't. You're as diplomatic as Dan Jaspers is, and John Emmett. Jaspers is still on here watching too, so he's giving us a thumbs up. So we're in the corrector Crutonic stage here, and this is an interesting piece, and it's corrector, where the question of whether it's corrector Crutonic in several respects. The word is, and this from Sailing Anarchy, but we've heard it also from our Aussie friends, a dockside rumor down under is firming up that Comanche has been sold, really, to an Australian and will soon be heading back to Sydney. The reputed new owner is John Herman Winning, a keen sailor whose fortune, and Herman because of the distinguished from his dad, is based on a family-owned white goods business. Comanche is currently in the Caribbean, being skippered by, of course, the Aussie Mitch Booth, the 59-year-old champion Australian sailor with vast international yachting experience and multiple world championships to his name. The return of the 100-footer to Australia would reinvigorate the Super Maxi scene and give Blackjack, Scallywag, and Law Connect serious competition. And then the question that also begs the corrector Crutonic assertion or question here is the big question now is whether the Oatley family will haul Wild Oats 11 out of the shed to end a 2-year hibernation and accept the challenge for the next Sydney Hobart race. So I ask you, is it correct or Crutonic that this boat has really been transferred via Singapore, is what we hear, or otherwise, to Australian interests? Will it drag, if it does, and it's down there for Sydney Hobart, will it drag the Oatleys back onto the playground, onto the race course?
Good.
And do we really care? Because again, I asked you we care, but do we really care whether or not it's Russian owned or not? How will you ever know? And as long as the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia is happy that the boat is out of the care, custody, and control of Russians, do we care? Don't we want people to go sailing, including and especially the people who, like Mitch Booth and others who are not Russian or Belarusian, who would be profiting from, meaning getting paid to sail the boat and to get that boat out on the race course? What do you think, correct or Crutonic? Julia?
I think when push comes to shove, it's correct. It's true.
Yeah. May as well get, it's still back on the ETNZ thing. A lot of people say, including Stingray, it's just time to get behind Barcelona. I still think there's a substantial chance it's not going to be in Barcelona, as you know. So we can debate this some more, but Winning Appliances, how much did they pay? As my kids say, nobody cares. Yeah, okay. Picture is frozen, still have audio. Really? Something is really seriously wrong.
Yes.
With the internet today. I don't know what the problem is.
I said it was yesterday afternoon too.
I have had absolutely no problem. And the stats here on the stream are good as well. So I don't know,
I'm back on.
What the problem is here. So I'll wrap this one up, I guess. That's still, Ed Worley says it's good. There must be something seriously wrong, bigger picture wrong with the internet, because people are having problems. Stingray's freezing up. James Frederick Bland says it's the Russians. Still good in South Africa. Agree, frozen video, but audio is fine. Blake Middleton is saying. No live video, Gordon Smith is saying, but there is audio. So there is something afoot in internet world. Now, daughter Meg is, I don't know what she's saying, but she's texting me too about some internet problem down in San Diego. Julia, just close and restart. All good now. Warren Schasser is saying. I guess.
Yeah, I went back. I had.
You restarted your
Yeah.
computer?
Mhm.
I don't know what the issue is, but strange times. It's the Russians, Ed Worley says.
No.
We're to our D block, our final segment. Anyway, we'll get this one wrapped up with Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Julie Aaron says everything's okay in Cleveland. I wonder if Restream.io is having problems.
It's
up
not
in
working.
Vancouver. So we don't know. This courtesy of Peter Taylor in New York. I'd love to post this out front here. Door knockers, please note this household charges $50 per minute to listen to sales pitches, religious messages, and fundraising stories. This charge is payable in advance by knocking on this door or ringing the doorbell. You signal your agreement with the terms outlined above.
That's lovely.
That is lovely. Although it's COVID, and since we don't get many people knocking on the door except
We
the UPS man and
Yeah. No, we don't.
other delivery. Thanks, Peter Taylor, for that one. This came
That's
from
good.
Clark Chapin. This is pretty subtle. You got to be pretty clever to get that one. And I bet you Dan does. Dan, I'm going to turn your mic up and see if
No pressure. It's above my head. I'm trying really hard. No idea.
you see what that is, Julia. You get that one?
No, I don't.
Oh, come on. Clark Chapin sent that. He's a very smart guy, another engineer. Whoops, that went too fast.
Yeah.
Thanks to Clark Chapin. Okay, so
He's
there's obviously a
yeah.
military guy with all his medals and his
Right.
badges. And who's this young guy
It's the green.
and the green and the yellow?
Oh, that's
See what James Frederick Bland just said? Gordon Smith said? They got it. They got it. Wordle. Is it
Wordle.
D-A-L or D-E-L? I must admit, have you played it, Dan?
No, I know of it. My mother, I think, has played it once or twice, so I have heard of it.
John Emmett got it. It's all the rage. Julia?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Feeling a bit out
Thanks.
of touch right now.
I don't know. Not
I'm sticking with New York Times crossword puzzles.
thanks, Clark Chapin, for that. I'm happy to do the wordless is correct, Peter. I'm puzzled. Yeah, I've not played it yet, but maybe I have to try just to see what it's all about. Okay, we're to the finish line. I just thank you again, Dan. Thank you very much for coming on. It was terrific having both you and Hannah. I know Hannah's left, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Indeed.
Much appreciated. Take good care. Julia, your witness.
Yes. Don't fail to like, follow, and share. All those thumbs up and
Hearts.
hearts.
Loving hearts. Exactly right. And if you're so inclined, you can leave a comment, even in replay. I don't know what this replay is going to look like with having got knocked off the air, and obviously people having problems with the internet
Yeah.
around the world. Wonderful guest. Gordon Smith is saying, thank you, everyone. So many of my UK friends are playing Wordle. Drives me nuts. Ted Ryman saying down in South Africa. Blake Middleton. Many thanks to both Hannah Stodel and Dan Jaspers for your wonderful contributions to today's live show. Kudos. Cheers, as always, to Julia. And somebody else, some other crouton named Tom. Gordon Smith, he's playing it. Gordon, see, he's a very bright guy. Daily, but Harry is much better than I in his second language. Okay. Great show and have a nice weekend. Same to all of you. If you'll support us, please, on Patreon, patreon.com/join/Sailing Illustrated. And I can tell you the problems are not because we didn't pay the bill, because the bills are paid a month ahead of time here at the Beach Street Yacht Club when it comes to this show anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support. Julia, last word to you.
Oh, let's hold hands and let the world go forward.
God, I hope we don't have nukes in the middle of this thing in Ukraine.
I listened to an hour of it on today, and I just shake my head.
I know. Let alone chemicals or germs or anything else. Everybody, thank you all. Have a great weekend. We hope you have a safe weekend with the ones you love. And if you can, we hope that you can sail fast, sail safe, and have fun. Ciao for now.